Hey, Matthew, I had the weirdest dream.
Really? Me too. What was yours like?
Well, so I was walking in this room from this nondescript white hallway, and I just opened these doors, and it's this huge cafeteria filled with all these folding cafeteria tables. And there's only one person in there. And it's you, except there's 1,000 of you taking up every spot in the whole cafeteria except one. And all of you simultaneously turn your heads to me and say in unison, while pointing at the open seat, "Grab some pine, meat."
That's really weird because I was having the same exact dream.
What?
Yes, because then you decided you were going to get funny and you start, being you. And we were all like, oh, it's just another ha 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 laugher.
Well, you know what they say, Matthew. Ownage is ownage.
Yeah, but then I had to go and I was in the squat. And maybe I shouldn't tell you anymore.
No, I remember that part because I was there and I was like, ooh, I want to get that. I want to get that. I want to get that.
Yeah, well, it was one of the rare occasions where I got both cheeks into that one.
I got to tell you. Yeah, that dream was definitely an ugly finder. Not cool. Not good. Not good.
Well, no, but, at least I dropped trow and hogged out.
Wait, what? I thought that was a bad thing. Okay, well, anyway, you know how dreams sometimes just totally shift?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what I was in there, in the bathroom for some reason, and I was like, oh, my God, I gotta get out of here. And then just boom, I throw open the door, and dude, I'm totally on the beach with a bunch of gamer babes from Santa Cruz.
Yeah, because then you were totally working your mojo.
As I do.
Atta babe. Right, Bob?
Welcome to Giant Cocktails, where the humor is elite, but the baseball sucks. Oh yeah, here are your hosts, Ben and Matthew Henry.
Welcome to episode 389 of Giant Cocktails. Ben, before we go any further, in honor of Kruk, I'm gonna drop trow and hog out for this episode.
2 ugly finders in the first 3 minutes of the show, Matthew?
Here I go.
Oh, God, no. I thought Hans was the last time. No. Bob, cover your eyes.
A little chilly, but anything for Kruk. Anything for Kruk.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll appreciate it. Because he listens to the show never.
Oh, you don't know that. He could be one of those silent listeners.
Yeah, at least one time. I mean, we're old ornery men. Maybe I get the sense they appreciate that. They appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, this episode in honor of the retiring Mike Krukow. Yeah. So obviously, Matthew, then, our opening stat has to be a Mike Krukow related stat, right?
Yeah, you would hope so, but no. Hall of Famer Johnny Mize had a .389 on base percentage for the New York Giants. Ben, Mize played 5 seasons for the Giants from 1942 to 1949, with 3 years interrupted by military service. Mize started his career with the Cardinals and ended it with the Yankees. Mize hit 51 home runs for the Giants in 1947, which is tied for the 3rd highest total in a single season for the Giants, behind Mays' 52 and Bonds' 73.
Wow.
Huh. Yeah. One of those rare occasions where somebody who had a really great career somewhere else did all right for the Giants, too.
Yeah. Kind of like Justin Verlander or Mr. 300.
Randy Johnson?
Yeah, the bird killer.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow, okay, so that's not Mike Krukow at all. Good one, Henry.
Well,
Way to go.
if he had announced his retirement like 2 weeks ago, it would have been
That's
right
true.
on board.
That would have
I
been
think.
better. I think he decided 2 weeks ago. That's what I saw.
Oh.
Yeah.
And everybody kept it a secret, huh?
Well, he told Kuiper and Kuiper, because one of the third Kuiper is a producer. He
Right,
told them
yes.
together, and like a couple of weeks ago, if my recollection is correct, on an article I read. Not that I read Giants-related content, as we've already established on the show, that I don't do anything except listen to the radio. No, that's not.
You listen to Krukow.
That's not true. That's right. Well, yeah, Krukow's almost never on the radio. I think Krukow's not a radio dude.
He comes and rants on KMBR every now and
That's true, and he's on the post-game show.
then. Yes.
Yeah. Ah,
Enough with the banter. Let's talk cocktails.
Yes, Bob. Let's talk cocktails.
What are you drinking, Matthew?
Well, Bob, of course, I have to do a cocktail that honors the career of Mike Krukow. So I am drinking a cocktail I'm calling Grab Some Pine Meat. Tell you all about it at the end of the episode.
What are you drinking, Ben?
well, thank you for asking, Bob. That's very kind of you. Bob, I really struggled on naming this cocktail because I think there's two names for it, and I think they both work, okay? If this is a cocktail that you're going to put on a bar menu, then it's called the I Want to Get That, okay? If this is a cocktail, though, that you're buying for somebody else or you're making for somebody else and they don't know what it is, it's the Ugly Finder. And that's what I'm drinking today, Bob, and I'll tell you what's in it at the end of the episode.
I want to get that. I want to get that. I want to get that.
Well, thank you, Matthew. Here's your Ugly Finder.
Oh.
See? Works perfectly.
Anyway, today is Sunday, August 9th, as we record this podcast. The Giants did their Giants thing this last few games, going 1-2 to bring their overall record to a season high 20 games under 500. Only 18 games under homeostasis, however, at 49-69.
Nice. Matthew, I do want to point out that this series, they were once again at homeostasis for the series. No, they weren't. They were one game under. God, I can't math. Did you know there was a whole section of the last episode that I had to cut out because as I was listening to myself while I was editing, I realized that my math was all wrong?
And here I was just agreeing with you.
You were totally agreeing with me. You were like,
Don't ask
wow,
me to
that
do
makes
math.
sense. Oh, man, that's just totally true. And it was all these calculations about how I was proving to you that the Giants were going to lose more than 100 games. And then we used math to prove it, and I was told my math was totally wrong. But then they go and do this against the Tigers, and do you doubt me? No.
They're still going to lose over 100 games. I don't care how your math maths.
Yeah.
The Giants' math is they're going to lose 100
the
games.
Giants' math is it's a one.
Especially after the lineups they've rolled out the last couple of games.
What are
But
you-
we will get to that.
Yes, we will unfortunately get to that. 'Cause that's the point of the show. That's what we talk about the San Francisco Giants on this show, listener. I don't know if you know that, but that's what we do.
So we're going to talk about the Giants series and kind of what we learned. It's post-trade deadline. It's a brand new world for the Giants. We're learning a few things. I think maybe the Giants are the ugly finder. Maybe that's how we could describe it.
I think they're the ugly.
Thank you. That's what I meant.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. They are the ugly that has been found.
They have exactly. They drank the ugly finder.
That's right. That's right. They
All
were like,
right.
ooh, I
Well,
want to get that. I want to get that. I want to get that. and then
Ugly
sure enough,
finder,
that was
yeah.
the ugly finder.
And then maybe we'll check in on some old friends, some post-trade check-in with some of our recently departed Giants.
Ooh, recently departed. Oh, the trade.
they're
the
not
guys that got
dead.
traded.
Yeah, they got traded,
Okay,
yes.
right. They're not dead. That's what I was thinking. They're not dead, Matthew. They're dead to me.
That's right. I couldn't remember Patrick Bailey's name last episode, so
couldn't.
Yeah, they're dead to me, man.
Well, it was not too long ago. I couldn't remember. I was going to do a really good joke about Marco Luciano, and for the life of me, I couldn't remember his name. So, it is
There's
what it
almost
is.
so much information you can cram into the noggin, and when you don't need it anymore, it has to go.
Yeah, I think my brain sighs a sigh of relief every time a Giant leaves the organization. This was a really, my brain was like, oh, this feels so good. We got rid of 6 guys. And then it was like, wait, what? Oh, Slavis Basabe. Wait, what? Nate Furman? What? Who's that? And now, Matthew, it's even more confused. Trent Harris?
So, Ben, first some tidbits, though, before we get into all that. Of course, we have to lead off with Mike Krukow announcing his retirement after 36 seasons in the booth.
This is not a tidbit, right? This is a big bit. But,
No, yeah.
But, yeah.
But I'm old enough to I actually remember Krukow playing for the Giants.
I remember, too. I remember the 87 series, Matthew, in which he pitched excellently.
Yeah. And I was 16 years old then. So I definitely remember it. You're a teenage boy rooting for the Giants. You knew who Mike Krukow was.
Folks, picture this. Imagine, today would be as if there was a war and the cyber attacks had taken out the entire internet. That's what life used to be like for poor Matthew.
Oh, man.
No internet. Awful. All he had was the radio, and occasionally the Giants were on TV. They weren't on TV every day, folks. It was just occasionally.
Then there was the radio and Sports Illustrated.
That's right. And Matthew only cared about the swimsuit edition.
That's not true.
That's totally not true. He kept every
I had
single...
Jennifer Capriati's picture on, an Ella McPherson.
No, I had
locker.
Jen Cap on my wall. You had every other copy.
That's okay. Fair. So, Ben, when you heard that Krukow was retiring, what came to mind immediately? Were there any things that immediately came to mind for you?
Yeah, I said, well...
Fire truck.
To you on a text message. You sent me the news, and I said, well...
Fire truck.
Yes, you did. You said, well, fire truck. And I agree. I mean, that was, the most verbose you could be at that moment, right?
Yeah, and there's a lot packed into it. Part of that is the 2026 season.
Yeah.
You know?
I did think of that. This is the season he's got to go out on.
Yeah. And I think the thing is that he's basically done it for as long as he feels capable of doing it, right? He's not doing this because he wants to. He's doing it because he has to.
Right.
And so then, this is just the way the season has gone. I think my response and the negativity of it was just wrapped up in that, which is, you can always count on Kruk and Kipe, being there. And they're so much fun. And not just as a duo, but also just Krukow and his Krukowisms and just all of the things that he says. And, he was so much fun. And it's just one of the few fun things that we get to rely on now with this kind of season. And it's all going to end.
Yeah, and a couple weeks ago, before all this, I was on social media and I saw something that wasn't a Giants fan. Somebody said they had tuned in to the Giants game and they didn't know what the whole hype was about Kruk and Kipe. And that was the wrong thing to say on social media. Because Giants fans came for that boy.
Yeah.
And it got me thinking of how beloved both Kruk and Kipe are. They're one and the same. It's going to be really weird to not have Krukow with Kipe next year. But how beloved they are and how beloved Krukow is, and I am going to miss him. I'm going to miss. That's a huge part of our Giants experience has been through his observation and his teaching us about the game of baseball and, all the nuances that go into pitching. And, just today in the broadcast, he was talking about one of the players checked his swing and he followed the path of the ball with the knob of his bat. And he talked about how like that was how you could tell that he was tracking the ball, was because the knob of his bat perfectly aligned with where the ball was, even though he checked his swing, and just things like that. Like what other announcers are teaching you things like that as a fan?
Not many. And no, it's going to be truly sad. I think what is just really impactful to me is that our generation, we barely remember a time before Mike Krukow, and I am including his playing days, right, in that.
Yeah.
And that is kind of one of the weird things about like long baseball announcers, and the Giants have been really lucky to have a set of announcers that have just been around forever. And yeah, there's been a bunch of guys that have come and gone for sure. But, you know, like Ted Robinson being a big one. But for the most part, it's guys who've been with the Giants for an extremely long period of time. And then they're gone, and it's like almost like you can measure your own life on that. And like when one of them steps away, it just feels kind of momentous, and it just really brings home like how important something like your affinity to a team and a game like we have with baseball. And we are not unique in that regard, right? Like baseball has that effect on people. It just sort of like, wow, you really feel how monumentous of a marker this is in your life, right? It's like,
Yeah.
Hey, it's Hank Greenwald, and then it's like, you know, Kruk and Kipe, and then John Miller, and then Dave Fleming. And Dave Fleming at 50 years old is the baby of the group. No offense to Joe Rizzo. But, you know, and then, it, you know, and here I am now, I'm thinking like, wow, Fleming is my age. So like, as that guy gets old, I'm getting old. And now I'm watching that generation ahead of me step down, and it's just, you know, and because they were so, you know, they were so much part of the San Francisco Giants identity, and they were so constant and so lovable that it's a huge moment. But none of that would have happened if he wasn't one of the best to ever do it. So cheers to Mike Krukow.
Cheers. Well, more former Giants that maybe deserve some toast are our new inductees into the Giants Wall of Fame: Buster Posey, Brandon Crawford, Brandon Belt, Joe Panic, and Pablo Sandoval, all inducted this weekend into the Giants Wall of Fame. I would want that infield to start right now.
Yeah. You know what I call these five guys?
What's that?
The Fabulous Four and Joe Panic. No, I didn't mean that. No, Joe, you were good. You were good, Joe. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I kind of meant it, but no. But I said it because it's funny.
Yeah, well, and you know,
and it's true.
Joe Panic, he was a firecracker in a time of the Giants that were just pure fireworks.
Right. Exactly.
And so he was loud and proud, but then he just fizzled really quickly.
Exactly.
And the rest were there for a long time. But I would take that infield. Giants fans, we had it real good.
I mean, that's
Real good.
That's why they won the World Series, is Matthew, especially 12 and 14. You know, so yeah. I mean, yeah, deserving, absolutely deserving.
I did catch a little bit of the interview afterwards with them, and somebody asked Buster about, you know, joining, or when he first got called or first joined the organization, and he said something to the effect that Pablo was very thankful that Buster came along so he didn't have to catch anymore. And I thought that was funny. Like, I was like, oh, so true, yeah, right? Yeah. A little bit of insight into behind the scenes there.
Yeah. We're all thankful for that.
Yes.
Honestly. Yeah.
All right. Well, in other news, Matt Chapman's season has seemingly come to an end. We learned that he is probably going to have hernia surgery sometime soon. It makes me wonder, Did they not do the whole like scanny testy thing that they would do to find a hernia like earlier on, like a month and a half ago?
Yeah, nobody put their finger in his groin and said cough, turn your head to the side and cough. Like nobody did that?
You would think that would have been like one of the first things they would have done, but maybe he didn't want to turn his head and cough. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's an awkward thing, dude. It's an awkward thing.
But he's a professional baseball
player.
wait
till you get the prostate exam, and then you'll redefine awkward. You know what I mean? But at that point in your life,
I had the prostate exam.
And which is more awkward, Matthew?
Definitely the prostate.
Right, that's what I'm saying. See, here's the thing. If Mr. Chapman had a prostate exam, he probably would have let them do the hernia thing because it would have been like no problem. See, the problem is, folks, do your prostate exams. It's good. It's good for you. That's the moral of the story here.
It is.
Go to the doctor.
Also, it wouldn't have mattered if he had the exam a month ago. He would have had to have the surgery, and he still would have been out for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Just out for the rest of the season. Hopefully, by 2028, he will be better again when the Giants play baseball.
Yeah, Dr. Henry, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Does this mean like he's got a hole in his muscle that just won't heal itself? Like it won't close?
That's what I think.
And he's got to have it like sewn shut?
Yes.
All right. That sounds bad.
Yeah. Well, you don't want things spilling out through that hole.
Did you get the sense that maybe it had kind of been bothering him all year? Like I was.
Yes, it did. I did. And it's interesting because players, of course, they want to play and, you want your big guns in the lineup. But at some point, you're not playing well, and there's a reason why. Are you really helping the team?
No.
Although I think if you look at the WAR right now, he's still second on the team in WAR.
Yeah, so on the flip side, it's sort of like...
he was helping.
It's sort of like, dude, get your butt out there. Listen, I know the season doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, I get it. I hear it. The season doesn't matter. Yeah.
Speaking of seasons not mattering, the Giants brought up someone that we mentioned, I think, last episode or maybe 2 episodes ago, Trent Harris. We mentioned him because we were like, we didn't know who he was, but all of a sudden he was someone that was like maybe going to be brought, in the starting pitching mix because he'd been doing so well in AAA.
You did do that. I definitely did not say his name.
I did. I actually read things and listen to things.
You don't know. So. That's not true. That's not true. You read all the things. And you listen to all the things.
That's because I am a dedicated Giants fan.
I think the word is well, yeah, no, you're a fan. You're a fanatic. You're crazy.
So Trent Harris is on the roster. I assume he's going to start one of the upcoming games, but we haven't heard, and we'll find that out. We'll talk more about that when we get to our next series probables.
I will also point out that this is another proof of how smart and knowledgeable Matthew is. Matthew told us last episode that not to expect anybody who is like a blue chip prospect to be called up, but expect people like Nate Furman and Trent Harris because those are the only kind of guys they want put on the 40-man because when there's a work stoppage next year, they don't care if these guys go on strike or get locked out.
Exactly, because it's not just when you get locked out, the Giants cannot talk to you at all if you're on the 40-man.
It's not.
There's no like coaching. There's no like you can't play, you can't get support, you can't get coach. There's nothing.
Yeah, I don't want to point out. It's not that they can't. It's that they won't. They refuse to. That's what a lockout is. They have locked you out. The owners refuse to let the employees in because they're not under contract, they'll say. They're not under contract. Anyway, we got you know what, Matthew, we have a year and 2 months, 3 months to complain about this. So let's move on.
Okay. So next on the tidbit list, Ben, is something called Lucky Benjamin.
That's right.
Now, I'm not sure what this refers to. Maybe it's some Ben Franklins, and I'm going to get a lot of $100 bills coming my way.
Pitcher Shota Imanaga has had a stretch of good games for the Cubs, And he credits all of it to the moment that he changed the lock screen or the background on his phone to be an image of a co-player, a teammate. That's what they're called. I can't remember his last name. All I remember his name is Benjamin. That's the only part that I care about. So Shota Imanaga has credited all his recent success to Lucky Benjamin. And I just have to say that also is the reason that Giant Cocktails has been successful. Wait, I got to do air quotes for that. Successful. And so you and Bob owe me a lot of credit. I'm the Lucky Benjamin of Giant Cocktails.
Okay. Could that be Ben Brown?
Yes. Benjamin Brown. Lucky Benjamin. And why call them Lucky Benjamin as opposed to Lucky Ben? I don't know. Lucky Ben sounds kind of like Ben got lucky.
It does.
Whereas
which we know that would never happen.
That doesn't. No Ben has ever said. No, every Ben knows I never get lucky. So yeah, but Lucky Benjamin sounds like, oh, he's the good luck charm. Yeah, good old Ben. We keep him around because he gives us luck.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, that's why I put that in. It's a real honest tidbit. All right, fine. Now talk about these Giants players who are now dead to me.
Well, Heliot Ramos went to the Yankees and has had a mixed bag.
No.
The Yankees fans haven't destroyed him yet, though.
Correct. But breaking news, Matthew. I got some audio recordings in my email account.
Oh.
From an anonymous source.
All right. Well, hold on to that. We'll make time for that later.
Yeah. So like I think they're related to his highlights.
Oh, okay. All right. So we'll wait to talk about Heliot then.
Yeah.
Ben, I got some insider information about Robbie Ray.
You did?
I did.
Also?
Yes. So we'll save that.
Okay. All right. But we'll talk about the other four then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So Tyler Mahle.
Okay.
Just who did he get traded to again?
The Braves.
The Braves. That's right. Who desperately needed pitching. And what did he do?
He pitched like his best game of the year. He had like 9 strikeouts. He took the win. He pitched like 6 full innings. I don't know. It was like...
Here's what happened.
He's dead to me.
He walked into the clubhouse. The pitching coach goes, raise your arm 1%.
They changed his arm angle.
Oh, okay. And then boom.
Yeah.
Just new pitching.
They said, change your arm angle and move over to this side of the rubber. And boom, he's a new man.
Exactly. Exactly. And the Giants pitching coach, what is his name? I don't know, the vice president of director of baseball operations.
Pitching. It's Message or the other guy.
Yeah. I can't remember. But anyway, one of them, maybe they could have thought of that. But Tyler Mahle, good for you, Tyler. Doing your thing. Caleb Killian not doing anything.
No, he's doing his thing.
Well, yeah.
He's doing the Caleb Killian thing.
Yes. I think Phillies fans were like, "Oh, we got the Giants closer."
They didn't. The Red Sox got the Giants closer, but you can forgive the Phillies fans for not knowing that.
So poor Caleb comes into an extra inning game and his very first appearance and gives up like a crap ton of runs.
No, that was his second appearance. His first appearance, he finished the game. It was like a great starting outing for their starting pitcher, and he pitched 1 inning, a scoreless inning, gave up a single hit.
Oh.
And then he hasn't pitched well since then.
Okay. Well, they probably keep putting him in high leverage
That's
situations.
the problem. Yeah. You got to put him in the 9th inning when he's got a 5-run lead. That's exactly what Caleb Killian is good at.
Or like the 6th inning with a 5-run lead. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, he's the guy that you put in, like, he's that reliever that he's like your best reliever when you're losing, or he's your worst reliever when you're winning. He goes in that slot.
Okay. Eric Miller, you said the closer for the Red Sox already?
No, he was the closer for the Giants. Matthew, do you not listen to me?
No, I don't listen to you. Why would I start
That's good
doing
advice.
that?
Folks, if you want Giant Cocktails to be better, just stop listening to Ben. What you do is you cut out all of the Ben parts and you just listen to Matthew. I know.
Don't do that.
I know some of you cut
Ben's
out
the entertainer.
I know some of you cut out both Matthew and Ben and just listen to the Bob parts.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah. That makes sense. Eric Miller was the closer for the Giants. And one of the Giants announcers cursed him by saying, I think he's going to get a lot more of these. And he didn't.
No.
He didn't. But Eric Miller was the closer for the Giants. I think he got 2 opportunities.
Well, how's he been doing for the Red Sox?
He's been doing very well, but he's not the closer. He's their left-handed specialist. They are planning on using him against Shohei Ohtani if they make to the World Series. That's why they got Eric Miller. He's their Ohtani killer because he is the Ohtani killer. He's been doing very well.
Finally, Luis Arraez is having the time of his life, Ben.
It's...
you know it's good when Phillies fans are giving you a standing ovation. Phillies fans.
God.
He's hitting home runs. He's driving in runs. He's batting cleanup every day. He's like just a spitball of energy for them. He's going to get his long-term contract from the Phillies.
Yeah, he and his batting average has gone up since he's moved to Philadelphia. He's hitting like 340 for them.
Well, he was until today. He was his offer today.
Oh, he had his first offer as a Philly. Okay,
yes,
well,
but he was doing really well until today. You're right.
All right.
So he'll keep going.
All right,
it's not.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Matthew, that was a lot of tidbits.
That was a lot of tidbits. Do we really want to talk about what happened against the Tigers?
Do we have to talk about the San Francisco Giants at all anymore? Like, do we have to? I know. Listen, I know what I said earlier in the show. I know I said that's the point of the show. That's what we do. But just bear with me. Okay. There's like a 90% possibility that we're not going to be able to do that for a year. What if we just started now?
I'm listening.
Or we could do this. We could just talk about the wins. That would, make the show much shorter, right? Because they're going to have so few of them.
Yes.
And 2, like, at least we know what to talk about. I mean, we could talk about the loss from today as we record this podcast, because there's like, but it's just like Logan Webb. And then the conversation's over. Like, we're done.
Okay, well, I hear what you're saying. Maybe we should just give it a shot, though.
All right.
I do want to.
We'll go with
the
it.
Giants. I do think we need to give the Giants a little bit of a break because they were playing against a playoff team today.
What? They're like 3 games under 500.
Exactly. But if the playoffs started today, Ben, the Tigers would be the 3rd wild card in the American League. And what does that mean, Bob?
3rd wild card is the worst wild card.
Especially here,
they would be like,
when you're under 500 and you're making the playoffs.
They would be like the worst wild card ever.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, there's only 5 teams in the AL with a record over 500. And one of them has only done that by 1 game. So, yeah, and there's 6 teams make the playoffs, right? Right? Or is it more than that?
Yes. No, it's 6.
6 teams from each league. So yeah, somebody under 500 is making it. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy.
Which is, sad because the Giants have been doing really well against first-place teams. Or
they've been doing really well against better teams. The better the team, the better the Giants play.
This is true. So game 1, we thought the Giants were going to, show us that they were ready to play. And Adrian Hauserdy's bullpens had an opener. JT Brubaker opened the game for him, which we've been calling for. We knew that was going to happen. And then JT Brubaker gave up a run. Yeah, and I'm sure Hauser was like, well, I could have done that.
Well, no. Okay, look. You would have given up 2 runs. And I get it. You gave up 1 run, and so it's the same old, like potato, tomato. I get it. But let's face it. JT Brubaker as your opener, he's the best reliever the Giants have now. So the Giants were doing you a favor.
Yeah, so, Hauser, though, did do 5 innings pitched, gave up 6 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk with 4 strikeouts. A very admirable showing. And the Giants offense did just enough, to Devers and Adames hit their home runs, and boom. We had a win.
I mean,
and I'm thinking, this is easy. Just keep doing that.
Well, and it's funny because if you look at the wins that the Giants have had of their last 3 wins, 1 from each series, they look really good. They're like, you're like, wow.
good pitching, timely hitting, good defense.
Yeah. It just looked.
But they can only do that 1 out of every 3 games.
Or 4.
Ben. Don't ask them for more than that.
I'm not. I'm pointing out that sometimes they do it less than that. Yeah, this is why you can still just buy tickets and go to a game. Right? Because not only do you have the joys of just being at the ballpark, but the team could just put up a good outing. And that's a baseball, as Tito Fuentes used to say.
There's a baseball, yes.
And that's it. That was the series. All done. Oh, no, Logan Webb pitched well on Sunday. Done.
And Landon Roop got shelled on Saturday.
He didn't get shelled. He was good until he wasn't, Matthew, per usual.
That's right. He only gave up 2 hits over 5 1/3 innings. I don't know what I was thinking.
Well, you were thinking that 1/3 of an inning could have just not happened.
Well, five walks,
yeah.
3, including 3 in a row to end your outing, is not the way to.
No,
do
but
it,
that's
Landon.
the Landon Roop way. That's how Landon Roop goes. He just loses it and he cannot get it back. Either it was lucky for the Giants, or and again the bullpen did not come in and save him. But one piece of luck may have been that Vitello was up. He walked 3 guys in a row. I have to get him out of the game. Or he just did that because it was the 5th inning. Because if you'd done that,
Keaton Wayne almost got him out of there. I mean, they gave up the walk, did strike out 2 to end the inning, so he let up one of those runs for Roop. So that wasn't really the problem. He was lucky in that it wasn't worse than that,
yes,
for sure.
Agreed.
But our good friend Trent Harris showed up on Saturday in his major league debut.
Yeah.
And immediately got shelled. Only got 1 out.
Yep.
In his and faced 4 batters.
Yeah, but Raver San Martin came in and. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm.
It wasn't pretty. Between Harris and San Martin, the 7th inning was really ugly. And I got to tell you, I was actually listening to the game on the radio as I was driving from Walnut Creek, and there was a point where I had to take a phone call and I wasn't listening to the game. And when I left the game, the score was 0-0. When I came back, the score was 7-0.
Same. I got into the car and they were like, and this is actually how Tigers fans must be feel like this is their normal usual game. And I was like, they've been winning, and he was like, they've been winning games 7-0, 8-0, and I was like, wait, it was 0-0 when what happened? And then I pulled up the app and I was like, oh, come on. All right. I will just go back to campaign 4 of Critical Role.
I'll be honest. I did not really listen to Carson Seymour's final 2 innings of that game. Yeah. I was like, all right, I got better.
You were listening to Brendan Lee Mulligan too.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I love about Brendan Lee Mulligan, Matthew?
That he's named Brendan Lee Mulligan?
No, that he proves that you can say and a lot and still be very successful.
Oh, okay. Well, you're following in his footsteps quite well.
Oh, yes, and so are you. We both have the script, Matthew. We both know each other's secrets.
Game 3, Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Logan Webb did his best. I told everyone we were going to win 1 game, and I assumed it was going to be the Logan Webb game, and Logan Webb tried.
That's right. You said it was our only chance to win, and you were very sad about it. And look, the Giants just proved that you were wrong. They can lose any game to anyone at any time.
And I hate to you don't want to blame it on someone like Sam Hentges. I mean, he came in, he did not pitch well, but they were jam shots and bloops and, just things that are going to happen to the Giants, that seem to happen to the Giants every day now. But it's not his fault that the Giants only scored 1 run. I mean, you're not going to win this game if you're only scoring 1 run, especially when you have the bases loaded or 1st and 3rd with 1 out and you can't get a guy in. It's maddening. This is the way our season's going to go for the rest of the year, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. I've been telling you that.
I knew you were going to say that. And the reason why is that we only have 3 guys in our lineup that didn't or couldn't play in AAA this last year?
Couldn't play in AAA.
Well, Daniel Susak.
Oh,
Rule
yeah.
5 rules,
Because if he plays in AAA, then the Giants have to send him back to Oakland.
Yeah, I mean, he did play in AAA, but that was a rehab assignment, so it wasn't, the same thing.
Whoa. Listen to this, Matthew. If the Giants send Daniel Susak to Sacramento, they lose him, and he has to go to Sacramento.
Oh, wow. Mind blown.
Yeah.
Take another sip of that drink.
Yeah, that's how stupid Major League Baseball is right now.
Okay, all right. Enough about that, though. We covered the obligatory games. I heard you have some audio of Heliot Ramos.
Oh, what? Who told you that?
You did, like at the beginning of the show.
Right. Yeah. You're right. Yes. I got an email from an anonymous source that has
what was the email address?
Three audio clips. I think it was definitely not Heliot.
At gmail.com?
Well, hang on. Definitely not Heliot spelled with an H, but Heliot had no H at the first part of the thing. And then it was like, so it was definitely not Heliot spelled with an H at gmail.com was the email address. I don't know.
All right, so yeah, anonymous. You don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is. And he said there were 3 files in there. And they were.
Are you going to play them?
What's that? Oh, I'm going to play them. I'm going to play them. But let me tell you, the first file. The first file was called, and I've already listened to these, so I'll let you know what they were. But the first file was called
Fire Truck.
Me Fly Ball.
Oh.
And I figured it out. This was the first play that Heliot made on defense. Okay?
As a Yankee.
As a Yankee.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
All right.
All right, deep breath. Okay, here we go. This one could come to you. Any of them could come to you, Heliot. That's what you have to keep reminding yourself. You just got to think that this is just a normal baseball game. You know how to play baseball. Yes, I know. Usually you play for the Giants, and they're just kind of nobody team. But this is the real. They don't get any more big league than this. The Yankees are like the old-timey Dodgers. They are the used-to-be Dodgers. So they're like the second best. Oh, God, the ball's coming. Oh, my God, it's going to go over to my head. It's coming over to my. Oh, it's going to my left. Oh, no, it's going to my right. Oh, God, snap. Oh.
Fire Truck.
Me, Pablo. Yeah, so anyway, that was a recording of Pablo. I don't know why he said Pablo at the end. Heliot's first play as a Yankee when the ball kind of knuckled on him a little bit.
Yeah.
Or it was just Heliot being Heliot. I don't know. Okay, that's the first file. Second file was called Lost My Shoe on My First Hit. Forgot I Was a Yankee. .mp3. All right, here we go.
Now batting, Heliot Ramos.
Okay, here we go, baby. Listen, you had an offer. You can't have 2 offers in a row. You got to show these people how good you are. All right, here it comes. Oh, what? Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, that's into the gap. Oh, yeah, I'm going. Oh, so go. Oh, man, these new shoes feel so good. They do feel so good. I got to throw my head back so I look like I'm really hustling. Like, oh, my God, my shoe. What these feel so, these shoes feel too good. I lost my shoe, lost my helmet. Oh, my God, what's happening? Slide. Oh, I'm in. I made it. Oh, stand up. Do the sign. Oh, I'm going to do the no, I'm not a giant anymore. It's punch the air. I'm a Yankee. Can I put my shoe back on, or do I have to stay here like this? Time.
Oh, that was a good one.
That was amazing. That was Heliot's first hit as a Yankee. He hit a double, and he lost his shoe. Matthew. And then we have, this is actually my favorite file name. Are you ready for this one?
Okay.
Yeah, this one is called Yaz Made Me Look Dumb and Doobie Scored.
Okay. What does that mean?
I don't know, but
Okay, we'll just play the file. Maybe I'll figure it out.
Okay, here it goes. Here it goes. Playing now. All right, here we go. Hey, it's Mikey S at the plate. Ah, Mikey, what a good teammate. Ah, way better teammate than that doofus on second right now, Maurizio Doobie. Does he even know that his name is the same word as a joint? Okay, don't tell anybody that you call them joints. All right. Oh, God, the ball's coming. The ball's coming. Oh, the ball's gone over my head. Oh, God. I really screwed that one. Okay, I got to pick it up. Throw it, Heliot. Throw it to the man closest to you. No, that's the umpire. Oh, God. Oh, crap. Yeah, so, Matthew, the Yankees were playing the Braves. And believe it or not, Yaz was at the plate, and he hit one. I mean, look, one could make the argument that most players wouldn't have caught it, but I think that would be wrong.
It was directly
over his head, and it would have been a great play. It would have been a great play. But, I'm just saying, like, PCA would have made the play.
And you're saying that Mauricio Dubon was on second and he scored on the hit?
He scored on the play, yeah.
God, I love baseball.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Three guys who are playing for two entirely different teams, and all we can think about was the Giants.
That's right. Yeah, because that's all that matters. That's why we're fanatics. So anyway, I don't know who sent me those files, Matthew, but...
well, hey, I'm glad they did. I also, though, got sent a file.
You got it? What? Really? Oh, that's right. That's what you said. From Robbie, right?
Well,
or Rob?
Well... I don't know if it was Robbie Ray.
Oh, right. No, that's okay. That would make sense. I saw the box.
It was the email address was mypantsareWayTooTight@gmail.com.
That definitely sounds like a spoof account. Yeah.
It does. But I'm going to play it for you right now.
All right, go for it.
All right, here it goes.
Fire truck. Fire truck. Fire truck. Fire truck. Fire truck. Fire truck. Fire truck.
So I think that was live footage of Ray's last start for the Padres.
Oh, that was like after every time he threw a ball? Like he threw a pitch and it was a ball because there were a lot of those.
Correct.
I see. How long that just kept going on like that?
Yeah.
Is it the whole game?
He must have walked a bunch of people.
Oh, he did. He did walk a bunch of people, Matthew. I believe the Braves want their prospects back, but I'm sorry. I believe the Padres want their prospects back. Or they want Tyler Mahle. I don't know.
They traded for the wrong pitcher. Yeah.
Isn't it time for the booze, boys?
I guess.
Sure, Bob. It's time for the booze.
What are you drinking, Matthew?
Well, Bob, I'm drinking a cocktail that I'm calling Grab Some Pine Meat. What's in a Grab Some Pine Meat? Well, it's got 2 ounces of St. George Terroir Gin. Terroir. That sounds Mexican. I don't know.
Yeah, it's terroir. It's not terroir.
Terroir gin. And, it's got that earthy taste to it. It's got this it's good. It's good. It's really good. You should have it. If you don't have that, a California gin at the very least. Okay. A 1/4 ounce of dry vermouth and 1/3 ounce of yellow chartreuse. If you don't have that, you could sub in Genepy or even Benedictine would be fine. You need a little bit of sweetness, though, so something like that. You're also going to add 1 dash of orange bitters and 1 dash of celery bitters, which is optional if you don't have it, but trust me, it's good in this. You're going to put all those into a mixing glass with ice, and you're going to stir it until it's well chilled, strain it into a Nick and Nora glass, and carefully add a garnish of a rosemary sprig and a chunk of beef jerky on a cocktail pick. because you can't grab some pine meat without a little bit of meat.
What?
I know it doesn't go, but it's Krukow, and I had to do it. And what's really interesting is if you keep that pick on top of the glass, every time you take a sip, you get the piney of the gin and the fragrance of the rosemary, and then a little hint of beef jerky. A little bit of meat in there, and it's quite good.
Quite good.
It was, or at least at the very least, interesting. So that's what I'm drinking, Bob. Grab some pine meat. And okay, the beef jerky garnish is optional, but come on, if you really want to pay homage to Krukow, you got to.
If you're making it at home, you have to have it.
That's right.
That's a tasty cocktail.
Yeah, it tasted good. It didn't smell good, Bob.
No, it didn't. It didn't smell great, but it did taste good. It was a good cocktail. I will say that.
Yeah.
What are you drinking, Ben?
Well, thank you for asking, Bob. That's very kind of you. First, I want to ask Matthew a question. Matthew, do you know what terroir is?
It's what comes from the ground.
Right? It's what
like the herbal, like the flavors that come from like whatever the nutrients in the soil.
Yes, it's the flavor of the place. Within the spirit.
I live in wine country. They talk about that stuff all the time.
Yeah. It's how the flavor of the land impacts the phenotype, is how a lame person would say it.
Oh, look at you using fancy words.
Yeah. I know some stuff. Anyway, Bob, thank you for asking. Bob, today I'm drinking a cocktail that has two names, depending on whether you're serving it to somebody or you're putting it on a menu. If you're serving it to somebody, it's called the Ugly Finder. If you're putting it on a menu, it's called the I Want to Get That. Either way, it has 1.5 ounces of white rum. It then has 1/2 ounce of Galliano. Why? Because it's in my bar and I just never use it. And how many white Cadillacs can a guy make? Then you take a full ounce of lime juice and 1/2 ounce to 3/4 ounce of simple syrup. You do you. You're going to put all of that into a shaker with ice. You're going to shake that until it's well chilled. Then you are going to double strain that into a chilled champagne flute because, folks, we're not done. Then you're going to take some dry, sparkling white wine, and you're just going to pour that gently on top. And then that is how you make the I want to get that, I want to get that, I want to get that. Oh, it's an Ugly Finder. And that's what I'm drinking.
That's a tasty cocktail.
You know, Bob, it was pretty good. It's pretty good. Galliano gets a bad rap, and I understand why. But when you dilute it with a lot of other stuff this much, it does just enough to add a little bit of that botanical flavors, and it melds really well with the sparkling white wine. And and it does enough to add a little bit more boost of flavor to the white rum. I really enjoyed this one. If you want to funk it up, folks. Get a funkier rum. Get one of Matthew's like super expensive rums. And that's a wrap. Thank you for joining us. We will be back on Thursday with more Giants content after the Giants take on
the
Houston Astros. That's right. The first place Houston Astros. The
60 and 59 first place Houston Astros.
Barely in first place Houston Astros. The team soon to be 3 games over 500 after they take 2 out of 3 from the Giants, Houston Astros. But if you can't wait that long to get your fix, feel free to reach out to us on the social medias where we go by the name Giant Cocktails. We will read your comment in about 3 weeks and respond to you in about 3 more. But if you can't do that, be sure to leave us a positive review over on your podcasting platform of choice. And it's not positive unless it's 5 stars positive. No, I'm not going to ask Bob to say anything this time. F that guy. And do that on your podcasting platform of choice, such as Apple Podcasts or... Oh, I wish this was a real place. Krukowify. Matthew, it was great talking San Francisco Giants with you. Until next time, cheers, my friend.
Cheers, Ben. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye. Don't go, Mike.
Thank you for listening to the Giant Cocktails Podcast. Until next time, bottoms up.
We totally forgot to do the upcoming opponent part. The only thing that was really important to that was that the Astros pitchers, they got a pitcher named Brown and a pitcher named Blanco, and I was like, tequila.
One is a reposado and one's a white. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, exactly. I guess they could be rums too.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That's true. Do they? Well, we could go weird and they could have a dark rum, or we could go old and they could have an añejo. They've got to have an oldie on their team, right? Everybody's got an oldie. Everybody's got a Matt Chapman. Is he our oldest player?
I don't know. They did that whole like, oh, they had Carlos Correa, so there's that.
Yeah, they did. I mean, they still do, Matthew.
Okay, he's just not playing.
Yeah, because what's hurt?
It's ankle. But not the one.
Oh, not the one. Right? It's the other one. Yeah, F you. See what you know, doctors. Can you, Matthew? There's a universe where that guy's our guy,
and we're like pissed at him instead of Willie Adames.
Yeah, but also we're probably in the playoffs. because in that case, like Farhan is probably still our GM and everything worked still. Kapler's won like the Banners of the Year like 5 times.
Well, I was thinking about that today. I was thinking about how, like, just in some alternate universe and many alternate universes, like the little bloops that fall in, like on Hench's today, don't happen. And the Giants actually get that one extra hit they need with the bases loaded. And that happens all season long and they make the playoffs. And then I thought, oh, yeah, that was 2020.
Yeah, exactly. What about this? Buster's still a player.
Oh, which is totally plausible.
We never draft Eldridge. And Buster's a first baseman. And we obviously don't trade for Devers because Buster's a first baseman.
Yeah. And we're probably better off for it.
Probably.
I mean, we can't be worse.
No, we can't be. Wait, no, look at the Colorado Rockies. How do they do it?
They just don't care.
I think they care. I think they're just all high all the time, Matthew. I think they're all smoking weed, the entire state.
Subscribe now because you'll forget when you're hungover.
Leave that in?
Do that again. I totally fucked it up. All right. Okay, hold on. I gotta stop it.
Do you gotta stop laughing? I mean, will the bit still work if you don't stop laughing? I think it will.
All right.